Okay, folks, it is 7 bells. I'm going to start this meeting to order. This is our agenda for the regular meeting. We're doing a meeting on Monday, September 29th at 7 p.m. For those online, be aware our meetings are recorded for public viewing and placed on a publicly available website. We will acknowledge that we are on the First Nations land of the Hattusat Chiniki territory. Sorry, can I get someone to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Any lates or additions or deletions or anything like that? Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Motion to adopt the minutes of the August 26, 2025 special council meeting.
Second.
Errors or omissions? Anybody saw? Being none, all in favor?
Aye. Motion to adopt the minutes of the August 26th. Oh, sorry.
It's all good. That was unanimous? No opposed?
Yeah.
Carried. Okay, just making sure.
I'm just, speeding along.
No,
here.
thank you for that.
Motion to adopt the minutes of the August 26, 2025 regular council meeting.
Second that.
Errors, omissions, anything that anybody wants to? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
No opposed? Great. Any business arising from those minutes? Seeing none and no delegations, we're on to correspondence. I had this put on the agenda just as a mail out that I received. I just put it out here for information for council. I'm not sure if there's any action or anything that we want to take, but it's here for your perusal. Any discussion about it, or are we just gonna file and
See what happens.
See what happens.
Yeah, there you go.
okay? All right, so we'll move on then to the reports. We've got a public works report. I will for myself and the CAO probably take questions of our public works foreman, Hudson Mahalik. Is that correct, CAO? Any questions? I had one. What is a what kind of graffiti was around? Was it like actual words or was it drawings? I hadn't seen any, so
They were at a few different locations, and one in the orchard washroom on the wall.
oh,
I think it was just words.
okay,
And then on the railing at the bridge, I think it was just words. On the garbage can, same thing.
okay,
And the other washrooms at the RV park.
but easily removable and nothing of
Yeah.
that we, okay,
Just graffiti remover and painted over a couple of them, and yeah,
Okay.
they're gone.
okay, thank you so much for that. Keep us, yeah, if there's anything we need to, possibly do. That was the only thing I had. Anybody else? Councilor Lewis.
The mayor to Mr. Mahalik. The severe rain, any issues with the SCADA?
Not after the one this weekend on Saturday, but a few of the other stormy events that we've had recently have had some issues with it, kind of putting it out and doing some fun things again, but I managed to be able to get it all working again and do a few resets on the sites, and it's all working.
No, I figured with the 100 mil plus.
Yeah.
All right, we good with that? All right, so we'll move on then to the Parks and Trails Master Plan report. Closed. Do we have any conversation about that first? I believe that this was talked about coming out of the committee of the whole a little bit. And there are some funding options kind of in the report, but I think staff wants to take a better look at funding sources. So Any questions, any comments?
I'm in support of that.
Anybody want to?
And on my end, they're off to a good start. It makes one person in my house very happy. Who walks the trails as much as possible. I think it's very important and good work, buddy.
Recommendation.
Please, thank you.
Recommend that staff be directed to research available grant funding sources and provide council with recommendations at an upcoming council meeting.
Second.
Perfect, thank you. Questions or comments about that? I had one through the staff. Would that be at another committee of the whole, or would that come to a regular meeting?
Thank you, Mayor. This would come back to a regular meeting. If we can find some grant funding, the next step would be a recommendation to council to approve the application.
Perfect, thank you for that. Thanks for the clarity. Anything else on that, folks? Seeing none, all in favor of that recommendation?
Yes.
Not opposed? That's carried. We also have a Parks and Trail Priorities Committee of the whole recommendation, so all of these recommendations were brought out of that committee of the whole. Thank you for the conversation on that. It was a really good conversation, and I think that we've been able to give staff some clear direction. So you can do these. You'd prefer all of these separate, CAO in seriatim, just one after the other? Or would you like to move the would it be okay if we move the recommendation contained in the committee of the whole recommendation report? How would you like that done?
Thank you. Easier for us to track if they're done individually.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So we're looking for those recommendations to be ratified here at this meeting.
I'll read it out. I think they're all very discussed in the previous meeting, so. Move that staff provide information on the possible relocation of the skate park to behind the community hall, including space layout, surface use, and the cost of repaving the existing skate park surface.
Seconder for that.
Second.
Councilor Lewis, thank you. No comments or questions. It's been talked out. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That's carried.
I would like to move that staff begin repairs on the estuary trail using yellow cedar for necessary boardwalk sections, continue brush maintenance, research grant funding for it, interpretive signage in traditional language, and enhance the entrance between 147 and 149 Maquinna with tsunami artwork and trail map.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Jack, for that. Questions, comments, anything to add that you thought of it? Hearing none, all in favor? Any opposed? Carried.
I'd like to move that staff organize a meeting with key community partners, including Canada Rangers, First Nation, Council, to discuss details for a cenotaph at the Foreshore Park.
Second that.
Thank you, Councilor Lewis. Questions, comments, anything that anybody's thought of since? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So that's carried.
I'd like to move that staff focus their trails and park work in 2025 on the estuary trail and the cenotaph project.
Second that.
Thank you, Councilor Lewis. Questions or comments, anything that come up since? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, great.
I would also move that staff research alternative access to the Little Zeballos Trail through existing village-owned properties, including costs for installing a permanent footbridge and creating an alternative entrance that does not require a bridge.
Second.
Thank you, Councilor Deck. That resolution gets to what we wanted to do. Being no discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Carried.
And finally, I'd like to move that staff focus on improvements to Golden Gate Park as a standalone project outside of the broader foreshore improvement plan.
Second that.
Councilor Lewis, thank you. Questions or comments or need any clarification? Being none, all in favor? Any opposed? That too is carried. That was a good turn. Thanks all. Budget schedule. So, Deputy Finance Officer Elena Denise has written us a report here. The report is for information only. We have included with it a budget schedule. So I believe, we're just looking for questions, comments, if this looks like the appropriate thing, the appropriate timeline that, we can follow and use. So questions or comments from anybody? I do appreciate moving this up. I really do. I think the faster that we can get these budgets done, and I know that that's hard and it's so much work. But if we can all try to be here for most of these or all of these, then that's a really good start on our part. And it gets the public works and the CAO and the finance, deputy finance officer to spend money quicker without having to come to us in a discretionary manner. Let's get them sorted what we want, so we're not doing, you know, spending budgets for 2025 on parks in September. Questions? Nothing? All right, we're moving on then. So we need a decision on a library craft night program. This is something new that hasn't been considered before. And a letter was written by a citizen, Deb Moore Brown. And there's a little bit of a budget in here consideration, so I put it out to council. Questions, comments, yes, no, ideas? What do we want to recommend?
As a library volunteer, I'm down there sometimes, and I've talked to Deb about this quite a bit, and I give it my full support. I think it's a step forward in something for the community.
Thank you for that. Anyone else?
I would like to say something.
Great, no, it's no Denise.
This is open to everybody in the community?
It would be in a public place, so.
Yeah.
yes.
And why would we impede somebody from trying to do better? I mean, it's like very, very low cost, and hats off to somebody for stepping forward and trying to do something different and make things better for others.
Here.
Yeah, I was really happy to see this on the agenda. This is, I think that we could use more of these kinds of things and Zeballos opportunities to gather, opportunities to get together. I know that crafting isn't everybody's, you know, cup of tea, but it sure is some. And it gives, I think what will come out of this will possibly be more ideas for other things to do that may include a more diverse crowd. So I'm extremely happy to see this on. Councillor.
It also may really add to the Christmas Bazaar night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it just would tie right in with it, right?
Absolutely. Councillor Beck.
And I've already volunteered to make some stick men and glue them onto some craft paper, and so I'm in.
Anything else from anyone? There is a recommendation in the report.
Recommend that council approve a budget of up to $100 per month to support the monthly craft night at the Zeballos Library beginning October 2025.
And second that.
Questions or comments? I have one, is this, I see that in the report, it says for the rest of 2025, that's 3 months, $300. Have you discussed with the volunteer about kind of a taking stock once the end of the year comes, or do you have any guidance on how that would possibly continue or not for us?
Thank you. Yes, it'll be part of our operating budget discussions. So right now with the budget that we have, this will carry us through to the end of the year. And then absolutely, once time is nearing towards a budget reallocation, we'll be having that discussion with the organizer to see if it's meeting the needs or if we need to request more or less.
Perfect, thank you for that. And also, I think what a great way to engage with the Zeballos library volunteers and get their take on it, get some stock of processes and things that maybe are left outstanding in the library. So thank you for that. Thank you for taking that on. It's a good opportunity to engage with them all while this program's running. So that was a budget for 3, so $100 a month till the end of the year, and then take stock. All in favor? No opposed. That's carried. That was a quick one, folks. We're gonna go on camera.
Council will on camera under section 92B, the consideration of information received and held in confidence relating to negotiations between the municipality and the provincial government or the federal government or both, or between the provincial government or the federal government or both and the third party.
Second.
Thank you for that, Councillor Denise. Questions, comments, chats? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. There's no public here tonight. I'm not sure that people forgot that our office is closed tomorrow. It is Truth and Reconciliation Day. That's why we moved our meeting to Monday. But I'll do, if somebody wants to do rise report on 2.1 and then 2.2 after.
Rise report on Deborah Moore has been appointed as the Zeballos library volunteer.
That's been moved.
Second.
Perfect, thank you. Councillor Deck for seconding. Questions or comments? Interesting that she just was approved this meeting and she's already got things going on, so glad to see that. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Then will someone move?
Rise report Maquinna Limited will proceed with development of utilities designs for the mobile home park.
Second.
Thank you, Councillor Deck. Questions or comments? Are we expecting to see that next time, CAO, or a committee of the whole? I forgot. I know it was on last agenda, but it was in the minutes too, I know, but forgive me, my brain is not.
Are you talking of the utility design?
Yes.
That will be some time in the making. It's engineered drawings, so yeah, it'll take some time. We may not see it until the end of the year.
End of the year or new year. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that. You're curious about timeline. Thanks. All in favor? Any opposed? Carried. Adjourn and go into our in-camera meeting if we could.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?